Okay, so those of you that are coming back into this, you guys surprisingly have responded pretty well to it. And on this channel, being that I've only just started like a few days ago, not that I have that many subs to get go, but I did share it to other places, and yeah, so obviously that might help with the view count as well. But still, few of you up here, you guys are watching it. That's surprising. So. Uh, I'm not one of those that have like have 1,000 views, but sometimes that could be kind of nice too. I did think about going back to see what would happen if I actually did reply to the blonde that was there. But we're gonna go ahead and forward it anyway since I'm kind of already in here. So let's just exit out. All I could do now was follow their advice and go look around the camp. The only problem I had was the text kept kind of jumping around on its own, wouldn't really stay where I wanted it to. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in this kingdom of Amazon. Wow. Usually when there's another guy, is he gonna be a big deal, or is he gonna be one of those minor type characters? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. There is somebody they mentioned, Semyon, I guess apparently has a route. Don't ask. I have no idea on that. Apparently the guy can go home with nobody if you wanted to do that. I'm not really gonna do that. That sounds so, I don't know, sounds so tedious to do that. Like, I do eventually want to try to go for the harem route. Apparently, the main girl that, once you unlock, apparently doing her route can let you, like, some type of harem thing. That sounds like every guy's fantasy out there, if you think about it. I don't know. I'm not sure how to voice him, but let's see what I can do for it. Hello, you're new here. You must be Semyon, right? And how do you? Everyone knows already. I'm electronic, by the way. The real one. You can call me that. Electronic. You couldn't come up with a better name for this guy. Electronic was a robot character appeared in popular Soviet film and book series. He looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Chesikov. Wow, I've never heard of this, so wow. Alright. Uylana also calls me Jesse. Jesse. Toast with mushrooms. What? For some reason that N does not look too good with the scenery here. Because my last name is Jessica. I see. Let me show you around. I accepted his offer as it would have taken much longer to get to know this person better. Fine, let's go. We ended up at the square again. As if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some book. Okay. Electronic confidently approached her. I know there's something with her in a book, but I'm not going to do that this time around. Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Semyon. We started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met, in a way. Yeah, the shy one, right?
Yes.
She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. Alright, let's go on. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought that it was better that way. And keep in mind, guys, this apparently is still the first day. Although, come on, phone, stop that. Even though this is part 3 of my Let's Play. I don't know. What was that? Okay. Electronics' vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. I guess not. Let's go. Next, we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen. And this here, I know, this is where you consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me on the back early. You said, oh wait, well, okay, you did say unfriendly, okay. Well, maybe she was giving you a love tap, I don't know. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in a blink of an eye. For some reason, I did not picture this character would have the name Alyssa, what type of personality she had. But I always say, you just never know with visual novels like these. Really, now is not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. Is he now? First, I need to figure out what here, or at least where I am. Her, over there! That's Alyssa. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Alicia, be careful around her. Yeah, I'm not really. We didn't know that. Obviously, that's a Russian name. I will butcher that like crazy. He spoke in a whisper. Well, I'm not whispering anybody. Diva means two in Russia. I know what else. Wait a minute. Is that diva? Or is it. Diva means two. Is that diva or is it. I don't know. For some reason, I said diva. It's kind of like. The whole nickname sounds exactly like. Chucha in. What? Russian. A reference to the late Tichu Aru anonymous image board. Interesting. It's like you're playing a visual novel when they're trying to teach you Russian. I see. Don't ever risk calling her Devetsha. She doesn't like that. Boy, oh boy, I will butcher that. It's like, okay, you're trying to tell me how to pronounce this, and I'm still not going to get it right. Uh, what did you say? What did you call me? She must have heard him. In the blink of an eye, Alyssa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. All right, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. Run after him, do nothing. What are we doing here? Well. Doesn't say anything here, so let me see. I have something from. Don't run away from Melissa. Do nothing. Have dinner with. Wait. We're still at day one. So I'm trying to look here. Don't run away from Melissa. And all it says is just run after him. Do nothing. So I'm not sure what the hell that is. Is it? Maybe it's a little bit different from some of these other people. I don't know. Huh. I thought it might play out a little different. Are we doing nothing here? I don't know. Let me make a save, as I don't know exactly where this is going to go. So give me a minute, guys, and I'll be right back. Since I do want to do Slavya, I am going to run after him. But they didn't really word it like this, and then it says do nothing. I don't really get why they're saying it says don't run away from. So we're going to run after him. I don't know. I decided that I had no wish to come across this aggressive Alyssa girl again and darted after electronic. I don't know. See where this goes. I don't know. Running to the square, I lost sight of him. But Devechkaya wasn't chasing me either. However, I really should not risk calling her that. I shouldn't even try to pronounce her name because I'll get it wrong every time, even in my mind. After catching my breath, I wondered why I had reacted like that. Alright, she is a girl, an aggressive one. But why run away? Failing to find a good answer, I sat down on a bench and stared at the moment to Genda. I have no idea, but that was the option you gave me. You didn't give me any other choice. Tell you what, this is one of those games that's going to require lots of saving and of different files. Not really a biggest fan of that kind of thing, but we'll see here. And I did write out some of these other girls' names, so I don't know. I should have done that beforehand because if this is, requires you going back and forth into different people, that's going to be a little bit confusing trying to do some of these people's routes. But let's get on with the plot. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone waiting for dinner. Looks like. I decided to go east. At least in the direction where east would be in my world. Did you know? Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. Okay. The game was in full swing there. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think, and I did not write her name down because I do think, I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. I think this is probably either Ulyana or Uylana is going to turn out to be, I'm going to guess. I did not write her name down beforehand, and I should have done that. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself, and even thought of going professional. A few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy of about 10 and a girl of about 14 years old. A girl? Hey, that's Ulyana. Wait a minute, I thought you said everybody was 18 game. Unless you took out the H genes. That's the only thing that would make sense. Still, though, how old are you compared to her? I don't know. Find that out. Alright, she says she plays football. What's so surprising? Because at the start, I showed you guys in part 1 how it says all the heroines are registered as 18. But apparently, he just called out some girl's age. I don't know. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? And since I didn't write this girl's route down right away, which I should have done, I'm gonna make a save with this person because I don't know where that'll lead. She's a restless one after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Hey, you. Uylana shouted. Wanna play? I didn't know how to answer. Or on the other hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. Any wrong move in my situation could be my final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and worn jeans, I would sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would be simply unethical. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around and walked back. I was followed by Uylana's screams about my pants or about me being a pansy or something like that. Huh. It's kind of interesting how they do this all in a day. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. Wow, you're meeting different people along the way. I came back to the square, sat down on a bench, and gave an exhausted sigh. I better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as a gear in. Society, the Matrix, or a weird pioneer camp. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells chiming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. It must be the dinner bell. If that's a dinner bell, I've never heard anything like that before. It's an interesting sound. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Okay. Olga Dmitrievna was there, standing on the porch. I still don't know how to say these Russian names, though. And I probably never will, because I'm not Russian originally. I stopped and looked closely at her, as if I were expecting something. It's probably because I also don't have the accent that some of you people that speak in the Ukraine. So it's like, I don't know. It makes it a little bit easier for them to say the words, you know. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guess nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. Huh. Interesting. The two of us went inside. I mean, is this like they said it's like a summer camp, right? Is it kind of like, I don't know, like a summer camp for like school, or is it a little different? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting you got to see in here. The canteen looked like a canteen. I'd had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with the occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in the pioneer camp's supposed to look like. Semyon, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. What? You're yelling at somebody with this name, and I can't really say it. Hold it right there. Olga Dmitrinova shouted at Alyssa who was passing by. Okay. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. Alright. Alyssa got her shirt right and walked past, shooting an pleasant glare at me. That's not a glare, that's more like the other thing that she does would be more of that. So, where can I find you a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there, next to Uylana. The one we saw there, outside, right? Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no other choice but to accept. Of course, there was the probability that the cutlets were poisoned with curare, the mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of comp. In common Russian language, cutlet is minced meat fried or baked in the shape of a ball or a cylinder, close to American patties. Compote is a drink made by boiling fresh or dried fruit in a large amount of water. Compote in French. Interesting. And that's supposedly Russian. That's it. Okay. But it all looked so tasty that I had no choice to resist. Does this food exist in real life to some of you guys that are Russian out there? You guys let me know if this is any good. I don't know. I know nothing about that. I'd imagine, school food for some people in some places might be better than others, I would imagine. Hey. What do you want? I replied rather rudely to Uylana, who was sitting next to me. She's kind of short. Why didn't you play football with us? Because of my clothes, said I, pointing at the source of the problem. I still can't get over this person's hair. It's like she's got a Brillo pad or something. It's like, I don't know. It's like one parent of hair goes this way, and maybe if I didn't think of the girl previously, there was an old movie way back in I think it was like maybe the 70s or 80s, before I was born. I want to say Pippi Longstocking, but that wouldn't really work because Pippi had a similar kind of hair, but it was not like this. It was more, she had like pigtails, some of you guys recall. I don't know. And she was more of a carrot top. Oh, alright then, eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from the plate. Did she just eat it while you were there? Only she could have done it. Did she? She must have did it when you're not looking, then. No, more precisely, none but Uylana could have done it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. What the hell? She did. At least she admitted it, too. Food thief. No. Come on now. Phone. I think this character's kind of growing on me a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of funny a little bit. It could cost you a cut if you were careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. Oh no! Why do we get a choice like this? Attempt to take the cutlet. Do not attempt to take the cutlet. Okay, so I do recall if you take something from her, it's probably not a good idea. Let me make a backtrack. Save. What do we have here? It's like, which way are we going with this? I don't know. Okay, I'll just go to the first one for now. Okay, what we're gonna do is do not attempt to take the cutlets. See, I don't have it. And indeed, Ulyana's plate was empty. It seems that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlets. That's probably not a choice that I should have done, unless if it was more of an affection point. But maybe I should have took something from her because, if I recall, like this girl gets 2 points for, I think it's, oh, maybe it was Alyssa or somebody gets 2 points for something, and somebody else got 1 point. I can't remember who it was, but that's the confusing thing about it. As I mentioned, it's like I don't know. It's kind of weird how they do that. But yeah. But when I go to save and the next time I make a part, I am going to go all the way back off screen, and then all the people's routes will be made in advance, and I'll come back to the part, so that way nobody has a point except for the person that I want to do their route. That's kind of how I want to do it. But maybe this game might not be as easy to do that. I have no idea. But let's move on. Take it easy. We'll work something out now. She grabbed my plate and ran off. My goodness. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in a much easier way. About a minute later, Uylana returned and handed me the plate with a steaming hot cutlet on it. Wow, she's at least being nice about that. Here's one for the starving. What do we have here? Looks like potatoes. I'm gonna guess. Gotta be some type of potatoes. Green beans, and not really sure what type of meat that is. It's something. I don't know. Thanks. Actually, it looks better than fucking what they serve in the States. If that's what they serve you lunch and over in Russia, shit, I don't know. It's like schools in America can learn something from this. You know, it's like, look at that. You even get like actual silverware. It's like you get a cup. My goodness. But then again, this is a summer camp, so I'm probably thinking too much of school or not. Something else, you know. Yeah, it was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork and... What the? Somebody threw a bug in his shit? What? Or was that just happened to be under there? Ugh. That would freak me out. Some bug? No, not a bug. An insect. Well, it's a bug to me. It looks like a centipede. Kill that fucking thing. It got legs and it's wiggling. I see that. A plate fell to the floor, broken the piece. Until beyond on my leg not falling. That would kind of suck. I probably would be the type to freak out to see something like that. I dislike insects since I was a child, but when these creepy crawlies appear in my plate, that's just too much. I mean, I'm not really afraid of a bug, but centipedes, in this case, they're kind of, I don't know. When I was little, I used to call them bloodsuckers because I couldn't really think of another name for them. Yeah, that's just the way I was to be. But I certainly wouldn't want it in my food, that's for sure. If I saw that, I'd be like, who the hell cooked this shit? It's like, you got bugs in here? What's going on with that? You little... Uylana seemed ready for such a twist. They was already at the door, laughing as if we had just heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. I hope you weren't the one that put that in there. You might lose some brownie points for me if that's the case. I dashed after her. But how do you know if she's the one that did that? We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few dozen meters apart, and I felt I would catch this little girl easily. Did you know? We ran through the square, past the clubhouse. My goodness, and ran onto the forest path. started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. Something. Uylana passed out of sight on the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I stopped and tried to catch my breath again. Okay? Don't tell me you got lost coming out here. Night was falling. Looks like I'm lost. Looks like. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to the camp. However, I had absolutely no clue which way to go. Yeah, because you just kind of dashed off, and this girl probably knows where she was going. Well, gotta choose at random. Really? Is this gonna be a damn choice? How's that gonna be a choice for something? Or maybe not. I don't know. I wandered for quite some time in the forest, and even though of crying for help, but finally I saw camp fence beyond the trees. Everything fell back into place. The bus is gone. I moved quietly. On the other hand, there was nothing strange about that. The bus couldn't just stay there forever. Maybe not. On the other hand, it meant there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. I would think not. Or do they? This world seemed too normal, but every event here had at least two explanations for it. An ordinary, real, everyday explanation, and it's a real one. Wow, you being there is a coincidence, isn't it? Certainly the driver could have just been off for a snack, and I left too soon, and that's why. In any case, this is not the place for me. Whether that bus drives itself or not was probably an important question, but it was much more important to know how I had got here at all. And where this here was, the fields and the woods stretching towards the horizon had no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. A strange, odd, and alien word. However, at the same time, it was absolutely not frightening. Okay? Either my self-preservation instinct, decided to resign from its job, or all of this running around the camp and the local pioneers had lulled me so much with their carefree normality that I was simply forgetting what had happened to me just a couple of hours ago. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I wanted to just have a break from it all, and only after that would I continue looking for answers ready and reloaded. However, that would be some time later. And what about now? Can I allow myself to relax? Probably not. Hmm. Okay. It got completely dark, and in any case, it was better to spend the night in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came up silently from behind. Hello. What are you doing here so late? Oh, Blondie, and it's back to you. Wow, we've been seeing you quite a bit, but then again, we did make the choice in part one. It's like reply to her. It's like, well, we've seen her kind of. Well, I wouldn't say the whole time. I mean, we bumped into different people, but it's kind of interesting how she makes random appearances like this. I don't know. It was Slavya standing before me. Interesting. I was so surprised that I jumped. So, you didn't catch Ulyana, did you? She smiled. I nodded disappointedly and sighed. No wonder. No one ever has. She has a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use for her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner after all. Indeed, I had completely forgotten about my hunger. But after these words of hers, my stomach drew attention to itself by giving a traitorous rumble. Slavia smiled. Let's go then. What? Is the canteen still open? It's alright. I have the keys. The keys? Yes, I have the keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? Well, I'm something like the camp's leader I ate here. I see. Well then, let's go. It was an offer you can't refuse. Is it now? When we reached the square, Slavia stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommate that I'll be late, so she's so punctual herself that she'll be worried otherwise. You go on to the canteen and I'll come in a minute, right? Alright. Okay. I really did not expect to find somebody aside from myself there at such a late hour. And that somebody was apparently trying hopelessly to open the door. Is it now? Without any secret thoughts, I walked up onto the porch. Okay. The lock picker turned out to be Alyssa. Oh boy, how's this gonna go? I should have probably kept off and waited. She looked at me intently for a while and said, "Don't just stand there. Give me a hand or something." Meaning, "Help me open the door." Why? "'Cause I want some buns and kefir. Dinner wasn't big enough." Um, I mean, what did you eat there? I don't know. We saw you, like, come in and then you just kind of left. Oh. Is that really a good idea? Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Uylana didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. It's true, she didn't. That's fine. Slavya will come now and... What? Is that a jealous face? What is that? Or is that a different kind? I don't know, man. You're gonna turn out to be a cooterang. I'm not really sure. That's kind of a creepy eye, I gotta say. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't know. Guess I shouldn't have said that. Unless if these two already have something that, maybe there's already something there. I don't know. But as soon as he mentioned her name, it's like, you get this face. I don't know. I'm off then. And you'll pay for this. My goodness. You owe me two already. Two what? Having said that, Alyssa disappeared into the night. And what was the first one? I have no idea. Slavia didn't keep me waiting for too long. Is everything alright? Yeah, why are you asking? No reason. It's nothing. It would be better if I didn't tell her about Alyssa. Everything's fine. I said that and immediately heard a note of dishonesty in my voice. Well, shall we go? As for Slavia, she seemed not to have noticed anything. Or at least she was pretending she hadn't. We entered the canteen, and this is where I'm going to call a part. So, yeah, I'm going to try not to do too many, make them as long, especially the first part. Surprisingly, you guys watched it, I know some of you guys, though, it's like, 50-minute video, who's going to watch that? Well, some people do sometimes, it just depends, we all get a little bored once in a while. Sometimes it just depends on our mood. Sometimes we get that way, and other times, we don't. So I have no idea which way I want to go, so I'm going to overwrite this save. Hey, because I have other saves back here, as you guys see, where you have some choices. There's a choice there, and there's a choice there. It looks like I'm going to be doing quite a lot of that, doesn't it? But, at least this one, compared to the first two parts that I put up, it's only about, a little over half an hour. And look at it this way, hey, some days if you guys are kind of bored, maybe you just don't really feel like doing something, just put on a part, and just watch a portion of it here or there, and then just come back to it whenever you want. These parts are up here, just enjoy them whenever you guys have time to view them, whatever. So, yeah. I'm gonna, like I mentioned, I'm gonna do some more writing of these other characters off screen in my own time so that I can kind of backtrack and see where I'm gonna go. If there's any affection points on the others, I would just come back to this same spot here and, yeah, go from there. So, it's getting pretty interesting. Not sure what the title of this one is. We'll call it, Alyssa the Food Thief. Not Alyssa, but Uylana the Food Thief. How's that? No, I don't know. But either way, it's been interesting. I'll see you guys next time.